back on the bank. This time it's going to be, I'm sort of one night through already actually, of a 2-night, 1-day session. It's kind of my first real daytime, decent length session on the big lake. It's 145 acres. It sounds like there's been fish coming down on the west side of the lake. I'll pop up a map just to give you an idea of the scale of the place and the rough area that the fish have supposedly been coming out and being caught. There's a bit more activity. I had nothing last night, and a couple of bleeps this morning on my margin rod. I'll explain in a minute where I'm set. It's May the 13th today. So I got here yesterday afternoon, booked half a day off work, and I had a little detour to do. So I had a little bit of trouble with my power barrow. I arrived in my last session, which I did a couple of weeks ago on a bank holiday. Got all set up, got ready to go, turned it on, no battery. And so yesterday I thought, well, I better test it. Maybe I've done something wrong charging it in the shed or something. So exactly the same thing happened yesterday. Luckily I was at home though. So I called them up, they're very good. So I've had to, yesterday afternoon, drive to Crawley from Surrey. So that was an hour. Half an hour there, they very kindly replaced what seems to be the faulty part. And then it was another hour to drive to the lake. So I got here a couple of hours later than anticipated. And it's absolute breeze, that power barrow. I cannot recommend them highly enough. Obviously you can either go all out and pay for a power barrow straight from online or from a shop, but I converted my Fox Explorer Deluxe, and it's just really cool. If you're fishing a massive lake, it's just effortless. You know, I can't even keep up with it, it's that good going up hills. I've got the good batteries as well, so it does 13 miles per battery, so should be more than covered, even if I had to move or decided to move across the opposite side of the lake halfway through a sesh. So yeah, so I've had a really good night's sleep last night. It was horrible weather last night. We're due to have some really nice weather today, like 20 degrees. So I'm here all day, and I've got another night tonight, and then I'll be back mid-morning tomorrow for another glorious day. But again, as always, family stuff. So yeah, I've got a couple out on the margins. Again, I'll show you in a minute. I'm fishing in a swim, which is number 20, called the Moat. So it's like a little island which has a moat that runs behind it. And yeah, so I'm fishing really tight up to the margin of the island on 2 rods, and I've got another one on the edge of the plateau. It's only 6 wraps out, but I'll show you all my spots shortly. I've had a couple of knocks on the right hand rod this morning, and yeah, I'm fishing 3 noodle rigs with sort of wafter type balanced tiger nuts on, not very much bait. And see how it goes. Absolutely gutted just after doing that last video. The right hand rod, it sort of had a slow take, hit into it and got a mirror almost all the way to the net, and it kind of tangled in my left hand rod, which is only 6 wraps out. Shook his head and off he went. So nearly my first fish of the lake. But yeah, obviously put the rod straight back on the same spot. Popped a couple of boilies out there as well with the throwing stick, but yeah, absolutely fuming. Could have been a little icebreaker. Literally no better way of rectifying losing one at the net 1 metre away than having this grace my net this morning. Lovely linear from a right hand rod, furthest out, slightly around the corner towards the bridge. 22.8. Absolute beauty. Good lad. Just on the way back to the car, down the other end of the lake. Look how beautiful that is. Miles and miles. Yeah, successful mission in the end. 50-50 I suppose, because I lost one yesterday morning, 24 hours ago in the net, and then managed to capture that lovely mirror this morning. So overall, any bite like that, or 2 bites I suppose, is good stuff. So happy days. Off I go home to enjoy some delicious wood-fired pizza, and see you next time.